Did you know that President Trump had a crystal ball and he could look into that crystal ball and know that the coronavirus was going to kill over 190,000 people by September the 10th? Did you know that? What powers this guy has? He's like a wizard. He's like an evil. He is Dr. Evil. He knew that people were going to die all over the world prior to people dying all over the world. He knew that we would lose thousands and thousands of Americans prior to anybody dying from coronavirus because he's evil. He's Donald Trump. Depending on the day of the week, he's either a buffoon who can barely find his way from the residence of the Oval, or from his residence down to the Oval Office, or he is a shrewd, brilliant, conniving, maniacal, evil man.
$100 billion.
Yes, that's Bob Woodward's big revelation, the bombshell. The bombshell is what we heard all day long. You want to hear the bombshell? This is the big takeaway from Woodward's book. And there's all this palace intrigue. Why did Trump talk to Woodward? What do you mean, why did he? He talks to everybody. Who doesn't he talk to? Who doesn't he give an interview to? I think I saw him on the Weekend Weather Channel last weekend giving an interview to the meteorologist. He talks to everybody. You Jim Acosta, come on back in. Let me bring you back into the White House so you can yell at me a few more times. Jonathan Karl, April Ryan, come on in. I'll talk to you. He doesn't care. I guess he's not intimidated by a legendary journalist like Bob Woodward, who every couple of years does a book on a president that is going to be scathing. This book, I think, is called Rage. The last one was Fear. The final book in the installment of the Trump era will be Evil because, Trump.
$100 billion.
Here's the clip. This is the one that got all the media hyperventilating. Trump telling Bob Woodward in on-the-record recorded conversations that he didn't want people to panic in America over coronavirus.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you...
Sure, I want you to.
Cut number one, guys.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to create a panic.
Okay. He wants to play it down. He said that publicly, too, right? In fact, with Jim Acosta. Molly Hemingway caught this last night on Twitter. Molly said, I know we're all supposed to be up in arms about the Woodward bombshell. It's big news, right? On March 30th, Trump standing in the White House with Jim Acosta from CNN. Listen to this exchange.
What do you say to Americans who are upset with you over the way you downplayed this crisis over the last couple of months? We have it very much under control in this country. The coronavirus is very much under control in the USA. It's going to disappear. It's like a miracle. It will disappear. March 4th, we have a very small number of people in this country infected. March 10th, we're prepared. We're doing a great job with it. It will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away. What do you say to Americans who believe that you got this wrong?
And I do want them to stay calm. And we are doing a great job. If you look at those individual statements, they're all true. Stay calm. It will go away. You know it is going away, and it will go away, and we're going to have a great victory. And it's people like you and CNN that say things like that. It's why people just don't want to listen to CNN anymore. You could ask a normal question. The statements I made are, I want to keep the country calm. I don't want panic in the country. I could cause panic much better than even you. I would make you look like a minor league player. But you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to have our country be calm and strong and fight and win, and it will go away.
Lordy, there was a tape.
$100 billion.
I have the tape. I found Molly Hemingway helped me find a tape of President Trump, March 30th, standing at the White House telling Jim Acosta, I don't want people to panic over coronavirus. Because people have panicked. Cow's out of that barn. People are staying home, fearful, afraid to live life, understandably worried about a virus whose death toll has now topped 190,000 in the United States. It's a difficult, complicated, tough challenge that America is facing, that the world is facing. The numbers are going down. That's the good news. But it's still with us. And we all know it. And we all know that Donald Trump didn't sit around and say, rubbing his hands together maniacally, let's come up with a way to kill as many people as we can. And that's what Joe Biden is essentially accusing the president of doing, purposefully deceiving the American people in order to kill as many people as possible, because he's Dr. Evil. He just wants to kill people. Maybe they think if he kills people, they can't vote for Biden. I mean, really, what's the rationale? Maybe we ought to bring in a Trump hater. Tell me why the president, because let's be logical about the bombshell yesterday. Tell me why the president wanted to kill a lot of people. Let's do that. Pavlina, let's extend the invitation here in the Relief Factor. Let's have some fun with this. For a couple of minutes, I'll only put my audience through this for 5 or 10 minutes. If you're a Trump hater, give me a call and tell me why the president wanted to kill a lot of people. Just give it to me. Give me your best shot. Be a straight shooter and call this show 1-800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Tell me why the president knew that the coronavirus was going to be this horrible, deadly, awful disease, but he wanted to kill as many people as he possibly could. Just explain it to me so we can get it from your perspective. As a Trump hater, might be a good way to start the hour. Another way we're going to spend the hour is showing you how ABC News and David Muir flat out lied about a 28-year-old school teacher in South Carolina who died of COVID. You hear the story. Oh my gosh, schools are opened up. Young teacher back in the classroom. A student gave her coronavirus and she died, right? Except even ABC admitted at the end of the report, wrong. That is not at all what happened. We've got all the tape to prove it to you coming up. But in the meantime, let's start with somebody who is convinced that Donald Trump is every bit as evil as Joe Biden thinks he is. Give me a call and tell me why the president intentionally killed thousands and thousands of people in America. 1-800-655-MIKE,